built with Lex, and his favorite Pokemon is Yveltal, so I was like, how do I get Yveltal to work? So for Yveltal, I really want to run I just want to run Life Orb with Oblivion Ring, Dark Pulse, Sucker Punch, Protect, because Sucker Punch is really useful as a utility move or to pick off opponents. Oblivion when Dark Pulse with Life Orb hits really, really hard. And then I have 244 speed here, and it's because on this team specifically, if my opponent brings Yveltal, and they try to bring some like fast Yveltal Tornadus, I actually want to set up Trick Room with Porygon-Z and go for Max Darknesses, and we'll actually underspeed the Yveltal. And this speed also allows us to outspeed our Shifu still, so yeah, that's why we have 244, and then the 4s are just split, and then it's just max special attack. And yeah, Life Orb, really useful. And then I was like, okay, Dark Aura's here, right? So we have to pair with our Shifu. And this Urshifu's adamant with Choice Scarf. The reason is because with this speed, you actually outspeed Shadow Rider by a point, and you can go for like Scarf U-turn. Adamant Wicked Blow in Dark Aura hits really hard and actually goes first a lot of the time. Poison Jab is because we have a slight Tapu Fini weakness, so yeah. And then I wanted something to counter the Kyogre builds that have been coming up a lot, and I wanted to fake out. I also wanted to counter like Incineroar and that kind of stuff still. So I actually came up with I actually did not come up with this. My friend Arun came up with this, and it's Ludicolo. His Ludicolo actually had Life Orb. I actually ran Assault Vest because I wanted the bulk, and I already had Life Orb on Yveltal. So this is Fake Out Energy Ball, Scald Ice Beam. Again, Scald's a pretty good move, right? It can burn Ice Beam again to change weather if he wants to, and then Energy Ball hits Tapu Fini, hits that kind of stuff. And this typing with the Solvest allows you to take on all the Kyogre molds. And the thing is, you can Dynamax this and go for Geyser and get your Swift Swim going, or we pair this with Tornadus, and we have Tailwind, Rain Dance, Brutal Swing again for Metagross, and then Air Slash just in case we don't want to play in rain. And yeah, this gives us tremendous speed control, but also Ludicolo can max, but can also play outside of max, which makes it very useful. And originally, I actually had Patea Berry with Fling, and the reason is because if you fling a Patea Berry into Ludicolo or Yveltal, you get a +1 special attack boost, but then I was like, a lot of the time I'm going to be tailwinding anyways, and Tornadus is going to be knocked down to Sash, so I was like, that Patea Berry combo is actually not completely needed. And then if we have this rain core kind of, right, like we can set up rain with Tornadus, right, then obviously we want Metagross, again, to deal with all this Trick Room stuff like Calyrex and all that. So I was just like Ironhead Rock Slide again to change weather, and then Stomping Tantrum Protect. And if you actually, and yeah, it's a very basic set, but it pairs really well with this team. And again, we can go for the Brutal Swing. The speed on here, I actually didn't invest into anything, but it just goes up to 180 to outspeed Thundurus at +1. And the reason I didn't outspeed the reason I didn't put any speed investment into this thing is because I actually have Porygon-Z here, and this is mainly for speed control, but also as more of a glue Pokemon, right? As in speed control, I can go for Trick Room and not go for this Tailwind mode or this Rain mode, and then also Eerie Impulse really useful, and then Tri Attack really useful. So we have this kind of semi-trick roomy mode with Porygon-Z, Metagross, Yveltal going for Max Darkness instead of Max Airstream into opposing Yveltal molds, or just Ludicolo. We have Ludicolo with Fake Out. We have a lot of possible leads, but we also have a. The thing about this is we have so many possible leads, right? Like Yveltal, Tornadus, Ludicolo, Tornadus, Metagross, and all this kind of stuff. And we have a lot of max targets, right? Like Ludicolo can max, Metagross can max, Yveltal can max. And think about these kind of teams, like the one weakness of those kind of teams is you don't have Pokemon that do that well outside of Dynamax, and we actually kind of cover for that here, right? Like Porygon-Z is really good outside of Dynamax, and Urshifu with Choice Scarf is really good outside of Dynamax, and Ludicolo can function outside of Dynamax, right? Like if Kyogre Dynamaxes, right, like Ludicolo still it takes 2 Max Hailstorms pretty easily. So yeah, and Fake Out support's really useful. So yeah, overall, if you want to do well with this team, you have to really get on top of your opponent with the lead. But if you don't get a good lead, then you pretty much don't do that well in the game. But if you get a good lead, I'm pretty this team is able to win you a lot of games. So yeah, it's a really high skill based team, and this is something I've been trying to do because a lot of the time I've been running teams like you lead Galarian Moltres Grimmsnarl, you go for like Screen Protector, like Screens Nasty Plunge and Sweep. But I really want to be like elevating my skill level. I feel like this team allows me to do that, and this team has something for everything, I feel like. So yeah, this is a team I've built, and if you want to try, I'll leave the Pokepaste in the description. I sent this to all the chats, but I was like, think it's much easier for me to explain just through a video, so yeah. Bye bye.